You don't just marry a person, you marry their karma, their dharma, their lineage, and their future. In an age where love is often swiped and scripted, the soul still longs for something timeless. Our lives are flooded with dating apps, checklists, fleeting options, thus, choosing a life partner has become more confusing than ever. We are making checklists but not checking it. And even those who are checking it have the wrong things listed in there. A friend of mine told me that his girlfriend broke up with him because he didn't fulfill some criteria. That she had a checklist in which she ticked off qualities like good dressing sense, taller than 6, can speak fluent English, has a beard, curly hair, blah blah. He then asked me if I had a similar checklist. And I was like, why I never thought of it? And that inspired me to actually make a list. A list for the whole single unmarried dating to be married heartbroken generation who is desperately looking for a loving partner but is afraid of companionship at the same time. But with a twist. I made this list as per our scriptures, as per Sanatan Dharma. In Sanatan Dharma, marriage is seen as a sacred union, Vivaha Samskar, meant to support both partners in their journey towards Dharma, Artha, Kam, and ultimately Moksha. The highest ideal of marriage in Vedic thought is shared purpose. This isn't about caste, compatibility scores, or surface level attraction. It's about choosing with consciousness, not compulsion. It's about learning from the wisdom of Sita and Ram, Draupadi and Arjun, Shiv and Parvati, unions that are forged not in haste but in harmony with the cosmic order. But how do you know if this person is truly right for your soul? Let's understand this with the help of our Shastras. In the Manusmriti, it is mentioned, Asapinda chaya maturas gotra chaya pituh sa prashasta dvijatinam darakarmani maithune. A man should marry a woman who is not from his own gotra, healthy, free from disease and endowed with auspicious qualities. A wife is half of oneself, a friend in hardship, the root of dharma, artha and kam. Without her, the home is barren. Similarly, in the case of females in the Mahabharata Adi Parv, Swayamvar episode of Draupadi mentions, I seek a man who is valiant, skilled in arms, wise, dharmic, and respected by the world. Draupadi chooses Arjun as his partner. She prioritized virtue, strength, and dharma, not only outer charm or wealth. In Valmiki's Ramayana, it is mentioned that the woman who accepts a husband who walks in dharma, truth, and tapas, that is discipline, shares in his punya. Sita says, I will walk with you wherever you go, as your shadow, through forest or palace, for your path is dharma. In the Ayodhya Kand, she says, Bharatur bhagyam tu bharya eka prapnoti purusha rishabha atah chaiva aham adishta vane vastavyam iti api. O Ram, the best of men, wife for one gets fortune of the husband. For that reason, I am also destined to dwell in the forest. So the first aspect is to choose a partner whose dharma you can walk with, not just comfort. Puranas elaborate on the ideal qualities in a husband and wife. In Garud Puran, it is mentioned, a wife should be noble, gentle, truthful, faithful, devoted to her husband and pure. Similarly, in the Vishnu Puran, it is mentioned that a man should choose a wife who is of good family, virtuous, modest, devoted to dharma, and soft-spoken. Thus, emphasizing on character, devotion to dharma, and family sanskar, that is value system, is important. With the increase in divorce rates, misjudgments of character, and refusal to marry in the current single generation, it is important to know what and who is right for you, to protect yourself and lead a happy life. Particularly, these 5 qualities which one must look for while selecting their partners. Draupadi chose Arjun during her Swayamvar, not just because of his skill, but because of a unique combination of qualities that aligned with her values, destiny, and dharma. The Swayamvar was a public event, but deep down, Draupadi had a certain set of standards which were non-negotiable. Her getting 5 husbands was a karmic thing, but her wish and standards were mostly met by Arjun only. The first quality was dharmic character and self-control. Arjun was known to always uphold dharma and follow righteousness, even in crisis. His self-restraint, like when he refused Urvashi's seduction respectfully, showed Draupadi his high moral values. She needed a husband who would treat her with respect, not just lust or pride. The second quality was being strong but not cruel. Arjun was the greatest archer addressed as Maharati of his time. He could have easily carried out the war, but he had compassion for all, and thus, before being involved, he preferred to cross question Krishna at every step if his actions meant any harm to others. The third quality was being brave but not arrogant. In the Swayamvar, Draupadi's challenge involved stringing a heavy bow and shooting a rotating fish's eye by only looking at its reflection. Arjun accomplished it with steady hands and one pointed focus, ekagrata, a symbol of his mastery over mind and senses, a sign of a true warrior and yogi. Though he was a Kshatriya prince, Arjun attended the Swayamvar dressed as a Brahman during their exile. This shows humility, not ego. He was not a show-off. Draupadi, who rejected many boastful kings, was drawn to this calm demeanor, soft speech, and inner strength. The fourth quality she was looking for was someone who was protective of her dignity. Arjun was raised by Kunti, a strong and wise mother, and deeply respected her. He never objectified women, even during the battle, as seen in his respectful approach towards Subhadra. Draupadi, who later endured being offered like a prize to kings, found comfort in Arjuna's gentle approach towards women, which depicts actual masculinity. The last quality which she looked for was someone who was growth inclined spiritually and individually. Unlike Bhim, who was known for raw strength, and Duryodhan, who was known for pride, Arjun had a perfect blend of bravery, balance, and desire to learn in life. He was calm in the middle of the battleground, willing to listen to his guru like a meditating sage. Combined with his battlefield expertise, made him worthy of a queen who herself was no less in intellect and courage. So these were the qualities that she looked for in her partner, and thus she chose Arjun. But how do these values align in the modern world? And what about men? What qualities should men must look for? The answer remains same. Men must look for a woman who looks for these qualities in her life partner. In the modern world, you must choose a partner with whom you have an alignment with dharma, that is shared value. Choose someone who lives by principles, not just convenience, has a strong moral compass even when no one is watching, who can hold space for truth, fairness, and justice in daily life. And why it matters? It is because in hard times, it is the values, not appearances or money, that keeps a relationship rooted and sacred. Choose someone who has respect for you as a person, not just based on attraction. Arjun never saw Draupadi as a trophy. He saw her as a human with a voice, pain, and own power. So you need to look for a partner who sees and respects your mind, soul, and choices, not just body or beauty, who listens without trying to control and values your boundaries. Why does it matter? It is because respect is the foundation of emotional safety and trust. Arjun's power came not just from skill, but from discipline of senses, speech, and desires. And thus, you must choose a partner who has inner discipline and self-control. Therefore, look for a partner who knows how to manage anger, ego, and temptations, who practices self-improvement and doesn't seek shortcuts, especially in emotional matters. And why it matters? It is because a person who can master themselves will never try to master or dominate you. Choose someone who possesses courage and strength without arrogance. Someone who has the courage to protect what is right, who stands up for you, has dignity and speaks the truth, who handles life's chaos without falling apart. Why it matters is because you need someone who won't abandon you in the storm, but walk with you through it. Choose a person with humility and simplicity. Like Arjun, who came as a Brahman, the right partner doesn't need to impress, is humble, grounded, and willing to grow, doesn't carry pride in wealth, titles, or achievements. Why it matters? It is because humility makes room for love, learning, and laughter. Pride kills all three. Lastly, find someone who has spiritual depth and is willing to go the hard way to constantly improve themselves. A person who wants to build his or her own character will always look at themselves first before pointing fingers at others, and thus, such a person will make you better, will make your life better. Such a person will have a genuine relationship with the divine, even if it's quiet or personal, who will understand that life is not just about pleasure or success, but evolution of the soul. Someone who shares a common spiritual worldview will help you during suffering, loss, and spiritual transitions. Why it matters? It is because when physical charm fades and circumstances change, only soul connection remains. In the end, I would like to say that not every person will have these qualities because we are humans. The best way to find such a person is to become one, because that is how you attract the right person. Because why would anyone with such good values and qualities will choose you? If you still attract the wrong people, the red flags, it's probably because you are refusing to heal and grow and change something within you. As soon as you fix yourself inside, watch how fast the people, their reactions, their treatment towards you changes. Lastly, people will always have one or another flaw in them, and it might keep changing as well. You too will never be perfect, but when both the partners at least have good qualities, they will be willing and trying to make it better individually, and this will reflect in your relationship. Because falling in love is instinct, but staying in love is intention. Love just won't happen to you one day. You choose to be in love every day. You choose to be together and take responsibility because that is your dharma, and love is dharma. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.